don't understand how you connect the two of them.
One of them sounds like it's more important to do with.
Yeah.
Can't tell which though.
Yeah, like pick one and go with it. But
no, I get it though. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it seems to be like electronic music meets industrial, but like it's much darker in tone. Like whichever way they when you listen to this song, I picked the song Assimilate. It's the opening track on the first album, and it's so fucking weird. It's definitely like they just set the drum machine off, like boom, bam, boom, boom, go, and just never come back to it again.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like 100%. And like the synth, the actual kind of synth riff itself doesn't really change either. I think it just jumps in key.
Some of Skinny Puppy's music is definitely made to hurt.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, it's 100% there
make
to
you
test
feel a little bit nauseous the odd time. Not this one. I don't think Assimilate is probably.
This is definitely one of the most accessible songs. 100%. What I found out as well is that their music is used to torture inmates in Guantanamo Bay.
No way.
They found out about this via somebody who was working in Guantanamo Bay. So they went and they got all the details as to how long have they been doing it, many times a day as they played, all this type of shit. And they sent an invoice to the US government.
Deadly.
For the
an inroad job.
Yeah.
Like it.
For the usage of their music.
Amazing.
Yeah, so they sent it off. The way I look at this is kind of real weird. I find it hard to separate early industrial and goth. You know what I mean? Like they just link together. Like, again, because it's not really a genre. Like,
and a lot of times the same, like a gothic rock band and an industrial band, neither are most of the time they're both using drum machines.
Yeah.
And synths and minor keys. So you're gonna get fans bleeding into it's really fans crossing over rather than music. So
yeah, like the way this song works is just this kind of weird repetitive beat, and the kind of tempo of it leans more into what became traditional goth. This is 1982, you know. What was to become kind of the traditional goth kind of feel. And the general theme of alienation and being separate is there as well within Skinny Puppy's music. So again, lyrically and thematically, it fits into that goth subsect. But like when I listen to this album, it sounds like somebody from like 2040 went back in time to the early 80s, and tried to make futuristic music on shitty fucking instruments. You know, the best, like, what can £100 get me in this shop?
That's the way
it sounds to me. It's like future music.
The amount of famous goth recordings that are definitely not done in any studio of now.
Absolutely
bedroom
not.
Jobs. Maybe not bed sheds.
Well, if you're dealing with instruments that just put out line level and can't be interfered with, then whatever, you know, keyboards and drum machines, stick a microphone in the wardrobe and roll into it.
No money being put into tuners either, which works well.
At times. It can add to it. But yeah, that's Skinny Puppy. Again, they're most certainly like a proto-industrial band. They were a side project that just kind of became popular, almost by accident. But they were so influential upon the wider world that I don't know whether like the goth music that we are hearing today, like the electronic end of things, and even like that 90s stuff like 9 Inch Nails, that most certainly you could play at a goth night in a club. Like none of that would really exist properly if it wasn't for Skinny Puppy.
Yeah.
And it's also a cool name for a fucking band.
It's great. Skinny Puppy Throbbing Gristle was the start of that harsh, industrially sound, I think.
I think so as well. I think so. Right, here's your next one.
My next one is Switchblade Symphony. The song is Bad Trash from 1995. I only really liked their first album, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
They're formed in 1989. They'd be considered a dark wave band.
Yeah.
But they have these... it's kind of... You can tell that the singer is Tina Root. You can tell that she's classically trained because she can just hit these absurd notes when she's singing. And it almost borders on like slightly annoying sometimes. But I find that's my favourite type of singer. Someone that can just about get annoying, but
then
not
but
just pull back. That gives this kind of real... I just love that.
Yeah.
Same with Kate Bush. A lot of people cannot stand Kate Bush.
There's a lot going on.
But I love that, just going up to that level of just... And Bjork as well. Of that level where you think, if that was out of key a little bit, or it started great on me. But so it's just two girls in the band, Susan Wallace on keyboards, and they have a kind of orchestral side. Like their stuff is very like the strings There's no holding back on the strings there, and that's what I like about them a lot. I find when I'm writing music with other people, they're like, "Pal, will you go easy on them strings? You're just making this some sort of fucking classical
step away from the strings."
But I just love that synth with like mad strings going, even if they're harsh, synthy, shitty 80 strings, more the better.
I'm a sap for it as well.
Yeah, absolutely love it. So the big album that is the Serpentine Gallery, I really like that. The lyrics of this band can be very silly, just very silly. But and it's realistically, it's music for like people in purple velvet dresses and docks.
Yeah,
I love them though. I really do like that. Really like that album. Because there's so little information really on Switchblade Symphony, because they broke up in '99. That's not to having their first big hit in '95 to breaking up in '99.
Yeah,
that's not a band with a lot of information. And I was gonna swap them out for someone else until I went, "What is your woman Tina Root doing?" I couldn't really find much on Susan Wallace. I think she became a producer. So I went into Spotify, and the only album by Tina Root there is under a name called Trey Lux. And it's a covers album.
Weird.
Of stuff like The Show 4 by Duran Duran, which every goth band has to cover.
Christ.
It's almost by by the law. You're going to have to cover that. And they do an acoustic version of the song Bad Trash. And they also do Numb by U2. And I was like,
mad.
I do like that Numb U2 song. But the artwork was different on that one. And I realised it was from a gothic tribute to U2.
Mad.
And I was like, I have to see who else is on this.
I'm going digging.
The Mission, Dead or Alive, Heaven 17, Raised in Black are all doing songs on it.
All doing U2 songs?
Yeah. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. The Mission do I think the Mission do All I Want Is You, or All I Need Is You, that U2 song. And it's brilliant. It's really, really good.
I have an absolute soft spot in my fucking heart. I was going to say in my hole. For those kind of garbagey tribute albums.
Absolutely love them. I love them.
I just can't get enough.
There's only ever really 2 good songs on them at best. And the rest are, like, you can tell the end of this album, I think there's honestly about 13, 14 songs on it. And by the end, you can tell they put the shocking ones down the end. Like, badly. Because these albums are tough because they're all been produced in one song in different places. And some guy mastering it has to pull that together.
And it's a tribute album. It's not going to make a tenner. So they send it to
and
the worst
U2 would
guy.
be... I'd slagged off in the gospel most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's unfortunate that Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me is done badly on this album.
Yeah.
The only reason
Who does it?
I can't remember. It's not.
I'm going to find that. I'm going to find that this week. I want
check
to
the album. Do you know what, man? It's not
Send
bad.
me the link to it.
The Heaven 17. What did Heaven?
Do you know what to do? Put the link up on the Facebook
I'll put the link.
page.
Yeah. I just found that I was about to. You know, sometimes we swap people out because we can't get enough meat in the
it's hard to
story.
get meat. Like my next one.
Even though this is really what I wanted to do because we got that in there early, so people know. What I wanted to do with this one was make it more about the playlist.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to do that sometimes with bands who only like realistically. Even if she passed away, Switchblade Symphony, there's not a massive amount of information on them. They're not.
A lot of these bands just born bright and fuck off. Like
exactly. So I still want the Switchblade Symphony on the list. So who's your next one?
It's grim, lad. It's grim. It's the Southern Death Cult.
Moya.
Yeah,
it's a great song.
It's super. It's
brilliant.
It is super. It's
well, like. The reason there's not a lot on this band is because of what happened.
They fucked off, yeah. So, like,
what happened afterwards?
The Southern Death Cult, let's just get the big one out of the way really, really quickly. It's that the Southern Death Cult eventually evolved into being The Cult.
The Cult, yeah.
Right? So, Ian Astbury was the singer for Southern Death Cult, and obviously, he's the singer from The Cult. They formed in 1981 in Yorkshire.
So many gothy bands from Yorkshire, Hertfordshire, Leeds.
Yeah. It's all that they just banging out mad stuff there.
Yeah.
There was another guy from the Southern Death Cult that went on to do something, and his name was Hak Naval Qureshi. And he had a group called Fundamental. Do you remember them?
Fundamental.
Yeah. Do you remember that? They were like a late 80s hip-hop group. They were an Islamic hip-hop group. They would have been on Top of the Pops and stuff years ago. Fundamental.
No.
Fun,
it's an awful
hyphen that.
It's so bad.
Oh, it's garbage. So bad. Yeah. But they were an Islamic hip-hop group that were reasonably big for a little while. But I didn't know he was in the Southern Death Cult. That's batshit mad.
Yeah.
That's batshit mad. So Moya, this song's the A-side of the first 7-inch they ever released. So they got together in 1981 and they disbanded in 1983.
I was going to say, they have, but that's still a great song to put on because it is brilliant. And you can, if you're a Cult fan, you don't. Like it's a Cult fan, you don't know that. You will know that if you're.
What's weird about it is that you listen to it, it's 1981, it's mad curish, right? The song itself. And you can't mistake his voice.
No.
Like he sounds the exact same.
Yeah.
there as what he sounded like for the entire career.
He comes in hot on all of his songs. Yeah, comes in hot.
Half screaming for help, half singing.
Have you ever tried to do an impression of him?
You have to just roar it.
But even then, you can't sound like him.
But he's not. He's just on or off. That's what seems to be mad about it. There's no like singing. Really, like it's in key.
That's what I'm saying. He comes in hot. It doesn't really go up any further. But it's good because you think that. I can't even.
It's fucking insane. But the riff in this is mad weird. Go back and listen to this song. Did you listen to this song the last couple of days, or do you just remember it?
Well, yeah.
So the fucking this song is a country and western song.
Well, was that their attempt? Was that Southern?
I don't know. I've no idea. There has this mad country and western lick, but like, but it's not. It doesn't have that weird coldness that a lot of the kind of early goth bands had. That is weird. Not even like so. Everything gets
twangy sound.
Yeah,
I know the sound you're talking about.
So that's what they had. But this is just this like fendery, warm, fucking super country western. Like,
yeah.
Like the way when I was thinking about it, it sounds like Johnny Cash wrote a song for The Cure, but Tom Jones sang it. That's what this. That's what this sounds like.
Not a million miles away. Yeah, that's a pretty good description.
Like, but the song itself is mad meandering as well, which is one of the things that's interesting about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a solid formula. It's kind of directionless, and it just goes on and on and on. And every time you think it's going to do something, it just kind of ditches itself again and goes kind of nowhere. It's so fucking strange.
I thought there was more members of that band that I would recognise, but because I thought there was more members of the Cult in them, but it was not.
I don't think so. The only two that I could find information on is obviously Ian Astbury. He went on to have a massive career, and then with Hack Naval Qureshi, who went on to Fundamental. I don't know why he's probably working in a Sainsbury's now. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. That song is cool. I just wanted to pick it because they were, like we said in your last group, a lot of these bands just burned bright for a year or two, and fuck off. Because you're probably playing. How many student unions can you play to 10 people? You know what I mean?
Like, let's say go to Germany.
Yeah, and just fuck.
Which most people do. Go to Germany or
just go to Berlin and stay there, and you play every second week to fucking disenfranchise the youth. Anyway, that was the Southern Death Cult. Who's your next one?
Big hitters now.
Big hitters.
Type O Negative. One of my favourite bands of all time. They nearly made it onto my misunderstood playlist because of the sense of humour they have. It's just very, 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 very dry and satirical.
I always consider Type O to be a comedy band, but to be incredibly good at being a comedy band.
I think they're more of a great band who have great comedy. So I wouldn't put it that way around.
I don't know.
I put it the other way around. But yeah.
I absolutely agree. I think they're fucking amazing. But I think they're a parody of themselves. That it's like spitting image.
But they bring that on them, so they more make the joke before you will. That's the reason.
Oh yeah, that's like exactly
the
what it
song's
was.
Black Number One. It's almost like they're taking the piss. Oh, Goths.
Well, they are 100%. They read the liner notes. They are like
they are.
So don't mistake. What was the liner notes? Don't mistake good photos for art. Something like that. Don't mistake badly taken photos for art.
I know.
Art.
Saying, yeah.
There's all this kind of.
Is on Bloody Kisses?
I think so.
The liner notes of Bloody Kisses. Yeah. So they started as a gothic metal band in Brooklyn in 1989 from the ashes of Carnivore, the crossover thrash metal band.
Fucking love Carnivore.
Which were like big in that genre. Yeah. Fucking like
Carnivore invented every heavy band you've ever liked. Carnivore are responsible for them. That's stone cold fact. Like Biohazard formed as a Carnivore covers band.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know.
That's how important Carnivore were. And Carnivore were also like super comedic. Like that. They were
like the atrocious song names.
Oh, the best song names.
No, but like atrocious as
Male
in, like,
Supremacy.
Yeah, just
absolutely incredible song. It's about an hour long. It goes nowhere, and it's just them shouting male supremacy.
Outrageous stuff they sang about. Yeah.
And they're dressed in Mad Max clothes.
Yeah, like it was like they had like American football gear with spikes
and big fur collars and American football helmets and like little loincloths and all. They were fucking brilliant.
Carnivore are a lot like Type O Negative in the way that these are just lads having the absolute crack. Good mates having the absolute crack.
Big time.
And
big
just
time.
So the best way I can describe, the shortest way I can describe Type O Negative sound, if you don't know them, is like the Beatles meets Black Sabbath.
Yeah. Perfect.
So they have all the lovely, they have the doomy sound that Black Sabbath have in the riffs, but they also have a lot of, the structures of their songs are incredible.
Yeah.
They're so well written. Pete Steele would be the main songwriter.
Size of his dick.
Yeah, he got his wang out in Playgirl.
Playgirl.
Yeah.
He had big mountains.
And he was in Oz.
He wasn't. He was in like 2 episodes. Oz.
Yeah. It's not the
As was Evan Seinfeld from Biohazard.
Biohazard, yeah. So were they? Probably would have been mates.
They would have been mates. Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of the band is before Sal Labrusco left. Kenny Hickey came in. Kenny Hickey